JJ, first, what did you just make of Luka and the efficiency and the ways in which he was getting his shots and the whole floor game that he played?
He managed the game really well. By that I mean we needed him. We had to have him scoring early. They were making shots. We made some defensive mistakes. Talked about it in a timeout. You know, we did it against Golden State the other day. We just made stuff up. You know, we've had enough practice now where we can stick to our rules, and if those rules don't work, yeah, we can make an adjustment. And we started getting stops. They went to some blitzes, double teams. He became a willing passer. You know, defensively early, thought they really attacked him. He responded to that. His defense, you know, from halfway through the first quarter on was really good. And then just you get 11 rebounds out of your point guard is just awesome. You know, so just a complete game from him tonight.
We had talked about after the last game, the third quarter, and it seemed like that was the total switch tonight. What adjustments did you make? It looked like there were a couple different things you were doing defensively, and how did you feel like that played out?
Oh, there were no basketball adjustments. It was a halftime routine adjustment. That's all. You know, they called the first timeout, I think, for the first time in Lakers history. The other team called the first timeout in the third quarter. Had a nice all right with the group. All right group. Yeah, we did it, you know. So maybe that's the blueprint. Just the coaches, you know, just changing the routine a little bit.
What did you say to Luka after he missed that layup when he had 48? Like, you guys had an exchange. And
there was some discussion around whether or not, you know, I'm trying to get the guy 50, and I had already given him 3 chances, and I gave him a 4th chance. He gets fouled, and then he blows that too. So, but no, he was awesome.
Let's say, what about after the free throw? The last free throws before he subbed out. What did you say to him after that?
Oh, that's what I told him. Okay. You got 4 now. Because in the timeout, we were talking, and I said, I've given you 3 chances. You passed up a layup. Gabe had a wide open 3. You know, love good to great. We don't need to go good to great to great to great. Like, just take the shot, you know. So, you know, to do what we did tonight against that team, which, going back to last year, I know the first game of the season was like a 6 turnover game for us. The next 2 in Minnesota were, if they weren't high teens, they were low 20s turnover. You know, turnovers hurt us in the series last year. I think we had 2 shot clock violations, so we basically had 10 turnovers as a team. Austin having 11 assists and 1 turnover. Luka having 8 with 3 like, our primary guys really just managed the game well, and we got good shots. We had some timely crashes, made some timely defensive plays during that run in the second half. Just a really good effort from our guys.
Since Luka's not the only guy on the team tonight, actually, what do you think about Deandre Ayton tonight, the way he played? Did he play with the force you wanted to see?
Yeah, DA was great. I thought his patience for the game was really good. By that, you know, Luka getting it going early, being the beneficiary of DA's screening at times. You get into halftime, I thought DA was playing really well. You look up, he's got 3 shots, you know, and really just kind of let the offense come to him throughout that second half, and then defensively he was really good as well. I'm happy to leave.
JJ, you know, Laker fans are known for being so rational and reasonable and patient. Did you feel any of the angst since the opening night loss? And you told us pregame it was a very detailed approach for the last couple of days. Was that in any way feeling what maybe Laker Nation was feeling?
No, you know, I've great respect for fan bases that care. I've already been warned by the NBA. I'm not allowed to use cuss words in here, but, you know, I like fan bases that give a, you know, they care. And so I appreciate it. Got the chance to play in Philly. It's like an honor to coach this team and be a part of this organization. and try to lead this group and represent this fan base. So I'm well aware that the angst exists and there's an overreaction to everything. I followed and been in the NBA long enough to know that exists with fan bases that care as much as the Lakers fan base do. But it didn't change or affect, I don't think, me or the group at all in terms of our preparation for this game. And we have a really tough stretch coming up over the next week with these 4 games coming up. So we just got to continue to build, continue to work. Thank you, guys.
And he done it well.
James, last year ended abruptly to the Minnesota Timberwolves in 5 games. And we tipped our hat to the T-Wolves. They were more physical. They were better defensively. They attacked the Lakers. They were confident. The size. The Lakers tonight, even without Jackson Hayes as a backup big, going to Vando as the center, middle of that third. We talked about how Vando and Marcus Smart changed the game. It was a different story tonight. Now, it might be different the next time you play them, but for tonight, the Lakers beat them in all those little intangible areas.
And, you know, my hat's off from learning from last year in the playoffs and remembering how to play them, you know, this year, knowing that they had size advantage, knowing they had Gobert dominate us, knowing they had Ant and, you know, some amazing scores. They just kept their think cap on the whole game. Sometimes it's, you know, you get distracted and you come out with a third quarter like they did against the Warriors, but they stayed connected. I saw Reeves, you know, before they came out at the third quarter, he had them all together, you know, reminding them what they're supposed to do. And that's how you connect as a team. But their defense, Vanderbilt, you know, he's had experience playing even Jokic before. So he really aggravates big centers. So he came and did his thing. Marcus Smart, I got to tell you, he's verbal, he's physical, and, you know, he's always, you know, active around the basketball. So when you get that kind of, you know, service from guys, it becomes contagious because you see them doing it, and it kind of pumps the whole team up.
I mean, Brez, the last time we saw Gobert, he was Lou Alcindor from Power Memorial, right? He could do whatever he wanted. He was just dunking every play and having the best game of his life. He had 2 points tonight.
6 months ago, almost to the day, he had 27 points and 24 rebounds against the Lakers. Game 5 of the first round, Lakers done for the season.
0 blocks tonight, Brez, 2 points, 7 rebounds.
Yeah, Rudy Gobert didn't change. He's still Rudy Gobert. What happened was the Lakers changed. Obviously, they did not play a true center in that Game 5 and most of that Game 4, both losses for the Lakers. And now you've got Gobert, 2 points and 7 rebounds.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not even good for him.
Yeah.
You know, so good job, Deandre Ayton. I love the Lakers small ball lineups. You were kind of heading that way a minute ago, James. Vando played a little center tonight. Rui played a little center tonight. Ayton got much more play tonight. He didn't take that many more shots. I just felt like he was much more in the thick of things tonight in this game. And I feel like his buckets were easy tonight.